Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Kalik Glover, also known as Kaliko Vision, and today I am here. I am back again doing a special interview with Raven, the talk show Maven. We are going to be continuing on with why you should think about doing interviews for your business. It's one of the best ways you can use to help you grow a home business so that you can get stability and financial security in your life. And we stumbled upon this through trying to find solutions for our own situations. More people are doing this more and more, so you have to find a way to stand out. And today's subject we're going to basically talk about, we're going to focus on one aspect of doing interviews that some people don't even think it'll work, but I'm here to tell you we're both living proof that it does work, and that's creating products. Creating products from doing interviews is one of the easiest ways to get something tangible that you can actually sell of value. And a lot of people think that you can't make any money doing interviews, or I can find interviews everywhere for free. But here's the thing about it. If done right, and if you do things with the right order, and plus if you get the right foundational training to properly do it where it doesn't look thrown together, people will pay for quality interviews that are very informative and educational. We're always trying to build up our education. So with that being said, I want to bring on Raven, the talk show Maven, and let's talk today and focus on how you can create products and content from doing interviews. Hey, Raven.
Hey, hubby. Kalik. How you doing?
I'm doing great. So, so you know what the subject is, and what I'm going to do is just let you talk about that aspect of it, because creating products can really, if you do it right, like I said, that's the key, not just throwing anything together, but if you do it right, you can have something that's very helpful, very valuable, and very educational.
Absolutely. And I love that we're talking about creating products and why do interviews to enhance your products, because most people, they think, I don't want to do interviews because I don't want to do radio show. I don't have time for a radio show. I don't want to be committed to a radio show or a TV show or Google Hangout, whatever. And I want you to know you don't have to. You can create products, and that could be your platform for getting your message out. But again, here we go. Borrow from those that have been there. Borrow from those that people know, world-renowned people, to help enhance your product. They don't know you, they don't know me, but they know Lisa Sasavage, and they know Laurel Langmeyer, and they know Brian Tracy, and that is by far going to make your product pop. But you got to, of course, get them to agree. And that means that you want to come up with a sizzling hot title. You want to come up with something that people want. I remember creating a product that I just loved. It was called How to Turn Your Telephone into Cash Cow. I loved it. People liked the name, but it didn't sell. It didn't sell. It's a great giveaway, and I've been giving it away as gifting it for years, but I didn't do my homework. I didn't do the research. I didn't find out what the people wanted. Remember in the last series we did, Kalik, and you asked me what is a landline people can avoid as far as doing interviews, and I said make sure you're doing it for your listeners. Well, that same thing goes for when you're creating a product. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. This is one of the lessons that I think we both learned, and a lot of people before us have learned. One of the biggest lessons I learned is don't create the product until you're sure that it'll sell. Sell it first and then create it. So when I say that, it's like, well, if you do interviews like we're talking about, be sure it's somebody that people are actually interested in hearing from, because you can create a big old product from this person's interview and hype it up and try to go sell it, and everybody's like, I don't care about them,
Yeah.
So there's a lot of wasted time. But if they already are interested in the subject matter. Now, I just want to interject one thing, Raven. I'm going to let you take it over too, because this is something that occurred to me on our previous talk that we had, is that I want you guys to realize this is a lesson that we learned as far as the order of what it's about. And the listener should always be top. First of all, the listener should be the first thing.
Absolutely.
Some people think when you're doing interviews, it's about the guest.
Mm-mm.
It is not about the guest. It's about the listener, what they want to hear. Then the guest is below that because the guest is delivering it. And then you are down at the bottom of the rung, But the bottom line is about what the listeners want. Because you can have the greatest guest in the world in your mind or in both of y'all's mind. But if nobody wants to hear either one of y'all, guess what? Crickets.
Crickets, for sure. A whole bunch of them, for sure. But here's the thing, and that's a great point. Remember, it's an old saying, people don't care about how much you know until they know how much you care. So you have to go out there and let them know that you care about bringing the right message to them. And one of the great ways that you can do that is do a survey. Go to surveymonkey.com. There's a lot of them. It's free. And, just ask your audience, ask your readers, ask your listeners, whoever, what's your biggest challenge with this? And you can even say, hey, I'm going to be interviewing Lisa Nichols, and, we're going to be talking about such and such and such. What question would you like for me to ask Lisa? What's your biggest challenge in going for your dreams no matter what? What are 3 things that keeps you stuck from moving forward? Find out. Make it easy breezy. Don't have them filling out no long paragraph or anything. And just 5 questions, multiple choice. You can have a other on there, but you do want to have one that specifically asks them what's the biggest challenge you're having. And you could either do a multiple choice. Is it A, this, B, this, C, this? But I like to actually on that one have a couple lines to where they can actually fill out their challenge. And then when you get those surveys back, look at them and see the commonality in the answers. If you see 3 or 4 people are saying, this is my challenge, you got 10 people that says, this is a question, or 5 people that says, this is why I'm stuck, that's a clue. Those are hot. You want to go with the minority. You want to go with those that where you see, wow, there's a lot of people that feel the same way as she does. That's a hot question. Another thing you can do is you can go to Amazon. And I love the fact that we have Google. And now we don't have to get out and go to libraries and get out and go to bookstores to find what we need. We can do it right from our computers, right from our phones. So Google Amazon and look for books. You put in book search and put in the type of book you're looking for and see what comes up. If you're trying to do something on building your dreams, put books building your dreams on Amazon in Google. They will pop up. Go look at the top ones at the search engine. And the cool thing about Amazon, most of them will let you look at the book chapters inside. How cool is that? Look at 5 of them and see, oh my goodness, these 3 chapters keep showing up in these books. So that's a hot button, that's a great topic. So that's one of the things that you can do and know that you're getting, if it's on their cover or if it's in 3 out of 5 books, you see the same topics pop up, then that's a clue. That's what people want to hear about.
Yep. Well, those are great tips. And creating products from these things, once you've got it, once you figured out what you want to talk about and everything, putting it together as a product can also be intimidating. But I'm here to tell you guys it's easier than you may think, And here's the thing, too. There's a lot of people that are already doing interviews. There's a lot of people that have free shows or they create content or they even posts up on Facebook and social media like that. This is all content that can become products. So talk more about, the idea of thinking in an organized way to package what it is you have.
As far as how you're going to set up your interviews?
No. We're talking about, to create a product. To create a product, packaging is everything. Just like when we're out buying stuff, we buy stuff really pretty much based on packages. So a lot of people think it's random stuff that you put together. And a lot of people have either do interviews or talk on their own or whatever, and they don't package it up necessarily in a compelling way. And I think packaging is a very important thing to make it compelling for somebody to see the value before they actually consume it.
That's a good idea. Well, one of the things that I do on mine is, first of all, you want to brand yourself as the expert. So you definitely want to be on the cover, especially if you're just starting out. After a while, you've got 5 or 6 things out there and you're on the cover, then you might want to move your positioning on it. But starting out, for sure, you want to have yourself front and center on that cover. You want to have a hot, sizzling topic, and you want to have a promise. The promise is, what's the end result for the buyer, the consumer? What transformation are they going to receive? That needs to be on there. And then what I like to do is have the people that I interview, the key people, on the cover. At the bottom, I'll have them and I'll have their name. Because, again, even though I'm front and center on the cover, people may not know me, but they know Jack Canfield. They know Brian Tracy. They know Oscar-winning Lou Gossett Jr. They know Grammy Award-winning mixing engineer Khalid Glover, but they don't know me. So I'm going to have their faces on there and their names on there, and people might buy it for that. On the back, if you have a actual CD or a book, and not something that's online, you want to make sure on the back that you have why they should pick this up. What are the benefits? What's the end results if they do? That gives you a chance to, kind of put a brief summary of what it's about and a few bullet points on what they will get.
Yep. Well, guys, packaging your stuff up to create products and services and making sure that you brand yourself and brand yourself, but the other part of that packaging that makes it compelling to people to want to get it is, like Raven was saying, it has to be the result or outcome that they are already searching for. When you have that combination put together in just the right way, and we will be revealing a lot of this during the Red Carpet Interview Secrets live event.
I can't wait.
It's coming soon.
My God, it's so exciting to be able to have the time to really break this down, because we know your time is short and we only want to give you a little bit of the sizzle. It's not because we want to hold back, but we just don't want to take up your time, and that's why we do these 3-day events, because then you get all of us, huh?
When you have you can learn so much within a concentrated period of time of several days, as opposed to when you get on a webinar, teleseminar for an hour or hour and a half or whatever. How about getting in there all day long for each of these days and getting in? But it's one of those things that, like the last event that Raven did last year, it was so much fun. The time flew. People actually did not realize that the day had went by as fast, because we have dancing and singing and breakout sessions where people interact with each other, and it's very fun. So it's not like you're sitting around having a boring, let me get on my pen and paper and try to stay awake type of thing. This thing's very interactive, and this is what everybody seems to love about it. It keeps you going, it keeps your blood moving and everything. So we just wanted today to give you a little bit of a tip on one of the things that'll be covered in there. It'll be covered more in depth. We can just give you a taste and make you think about using interviews to create content, using interviews to create your packages and everything. These things will help you build your business. But come on to the event and listen to some of these live presentations that we have to learn more about it. We'll be doing another one, and I want you to check out on the next one where we're going to dig deeper into letting you know more about, we mentioned the Trinity interview process. This is where it's broken out into 3 parts. And these 3 parts, even though it sounds like, okay, 3 parts, these 3 parts go deep. So part 1, which is going to take a whole full day at the event, is going to cover so many things that you will be surprised, because most people look on the surface. And doing interviews, I want to mention this one last thing too about interviews, because we think about interviewing, and seeing stars and experts and business leaders, thought leaders, people like that, or we think about ourselves getting interviewed as being the guest on somebody's show and people interviewing us. And then there's that third hidden one that we talk about, the client interview, which Raven will get into deeper, because this is one that a lot of people keep secret. But there's actually a 4th one that I want to mention too, that we'll go in, and this is going to be kind of the bonus interview, because the 4th one that a lot of people don't think about is you want to interview yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That's the bonus interview right there, because a lot of times we don't sit down and interview ourselves and think about what's going on with us. Where are we trying to go? What are we trying to do? What are our strengths and weaknesses? How do we want to share this with the world, spread our message and everything? And that's something that popped into my mind, because we can tend to overlook that one, which is a very important one. So that'll be another bonus interview thing. How do you like that one?
I love it. And we're 24 days, 6 hours, 47 seconds, and 24 days, 6 hours, 47 minutes, and 39 seconds before the event.
That is, if you're listening now. Now, if you're listening a couple of weeks from now, disregard that. But
I got excited.
Yeah. But June 17th, 18th, and 19th.
At the Red Carpet Interview Secrets is the event. It's going to be at the Renaissance Hotel by LAX. Don't let a little thing like a ticket hold you there. You don't have to be in California. We welcome everybody to come. We're saying, hey, come on down. It's worth it. Let me just say this. Interviews is something that a whole lot of people don't talk about. And it's something that can just really skyrocket your business. We were talking about product creation. The good news is when you interview these people for one thing, you can use this and repurpose it in so many different ways, so many different products. And we will be discussing that there. It's almost like, Khalik, you do the work one time and you're able to get, quadruple the use of it. And I just think that is so cool in itself. And for someone like me, I'm not a writer. My power is in my voice. And this is what I mentor people about, using the power of their voice and doing it, not having to get on the hectic highway. Like you said in the last session, colleague, to be able to do it, from your bedroom to the smooth ceiling hallway and go to your kitchen table or your office or somewhere right there in your home and be able to interview these huge icons. I remember when I did the interview with Oscar winner Lou Gossett Jr. Now that's when I almost pinched myself. That's the one that I was like, oh my goodness. Right here. Not using a microphone, well, actually a telephone with a headset and a microphone. And at that time, I was here. I got here in L.A. That was when we did it in L.A. You were there with me. So, so here we are, not using any fancy equipment, so you can get that out your head.
Which we will show you how to do.
And you're on the phone with someone like that, and you are interviewing them, and it's so cool. Yes, it's going to make a difference. People will perceive you and finally recognize you. You won't be that hidden secret anymore. You would have come out and you would have shined in a big way. They may not know us, but they know them. And so you want to at least do one or two or three of them. You don't have to make it a career like I do and getting the best, but just get you one or two. It can make a difference.
Yep. So we're going to wrap up. We're going to wrap it up, guys. Cool. We'll get back on here. But what we want to talk about on the next one is, first of all, I don't want you to be intimidated about doing interviews. So we're going to talk to you and get deeper into how to gain confidence when you go to interview people and go to look for people, not be afraid to
that'll be good. I can't wait.
Don't be afraid to ask.
Yeah.
It all started with Raven asking
for one.
That first one, and it's not as hard as you think. You just need somebody to hold you by the hand, so you've got the perfect person here that cares about you, that will tell you all the things that she was able to do. So this is not theory. This is what works.
And it's not just me. We've got hosts that never, ever did an interview. People like Lorena Douglas that landed an interview with Jack Canfield, and a stellar. I mean, Jack said, go be interviewed by this phenomenal woman. Go to her website. This is what Jack said to Lorena that never did interviews before. She always used to feel people didn't hear her. People wasn't really listening to her. People didn't really get her. And now she's one of my toughest, strongest, you've spoken to her, colleague, powerful host. She was last year's award-winning host. This year, she's our super seller. Her confidence has skyrocketed. Mary Smith Moore, who, she's had health issues, got past a stroke, got past losing her daughter, and never even thought that she was ever going to be on the radio, let alone interviewing. And guess who she got? Dr. Martin Luther King's niece, Alveda King. So it's not that, oh, this is just Raven's story. Now, these everyday folks, just like me, just like you, that are getting these interviews, and talk about confidence, that really, you get one, and I'm telling you, it's like we are not going to be able to get you off the stage. For sure.
Yep. So we will catch you guys on the next one. And Raven, I want you to, if anybody wants to reach you, we know the website. You can mention the website, but also give them a phone number or something if they want to call you.
Hey, call me direct on my studio line, 818-835-9601, 818-835-9601, or go to AmazingWomenOfPower.com. As soon as you get there, it will be a pop-up calendar. You can schedule a session with me. It'll let you know when I'm available. Either one, I'm here. I'm one of those people, as you know, colleague, I'm very reachable. I'm very reachable. So just let me know. My dream is to help you make that breakthrough and tap into the power of your voice. That's all I'm doing. I'm using the power of my voice right from my studio. You know, you started off with my kitchen table. Now, thanks to colleague, I have a studio. But you can do this. You can do this. You can do this. And you can start off interviewing your neighbors, your friends, and create products around that. It doesn't take a lot. We're going to take you by the hand and show you how to do it. RedCarpetInterviewSecrets.com. Yep. Come on. We want to see you.
Yep. Yeah. Okay, well, we'll catch you guys on the next one. We got lots more for you.
All right.